Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. Today is card day and we are making this card. Simple but very pretty. I love this. Is more of a technique card than a fun fold. So I am going to show you a few things. I embossed all these little branches around the edge. I used Distress Oxides for the back. I've been really playing with Distress Oxides. Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry them, but I have been playing with them and I am really loving these Distress Oxides. So if you don't have them, you can use your regular Stampin' Up! Ink pads because it does work, but I love how these blend together. And you can also, they are water reactive, so you can splash water on it. I did that, and it's very lightly on here. You probably can't even tell on this one, but I'll show you how to do that. And I used the sentiment from Magical Meadows. This is all from Magical Meadows. It's one of my favorite this year. It's super, super pretty. So I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. For those of you who do not know, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. I do cards, I do 3D, I do quick and easy little treat projects. Follow me, give me a thumbs up if you like it, and share, because all those things really, really help my YouTube channel, and I would really, really appreciate it. So I'm going to just share quickly what I'm using for this. This card was really easy to do. There are a few techniques, but I'm going to show you how to do that. And so this is the Magical Meadow. And I actually have the Magical Meadow dies, which I am not using today, but I am using this one with the little berries on it. I love all of these little branches, and I'm going to show you the dies as well because there's some really pretty. If you like, you know, cutting out the leaves and the branches, you're going to really like this. Look at these. They're absolutely gorgeous, y'all. And like this one that I stamped, you can cut that out by itself and then add all the little berries here. These are so pretty, and I love adding these to different cards and even 3D projects. I'll use it on. And then I'm using the Brightest Glow. I'm not using the sentiment from this, but I'm using the dies from this. But I wanted to show you that this is a bundle as well. If you're new to Stampin' Up!, you save 10% when you buy the bundle. But I am using this May, the Season of Sparkle, Bring Joy and Delight. That's what I used on this one. You can use whatever sentiment. You can use the Merry Christmas from this one. But the die that I cut this out with is from the Brightest Glow dies. So that is this one right here. And then I am using my Pearlized Enamel Basics. You want to do this very last because it takes time to dry. And I did add some Dazzling Diamonds, which you can use any kind of glitter you want, and I added that to the effects at the end. But it's really pretty and a really easy card to do. So let's get started. All right, this is a side folding card here, but we are going to do a top folding, so it's 4.5 by 11 and then scored at 5.5. And I'm just going to use a piece of my mint tape to hold this closed because I am going to be just working on this top surface here, and that just keeps it closed and it comes off, releases really easily. The colors that I'm going to use are the Distress Oxide and Mustard Seed, Speckled Egg, and Rustic Wilderness. This background is going to probably look different because it always looks different on all of these. Whenever you do it, it's going to always look different each time you do it, but that's the fun in all of it. So I'm going to grab a mat, and honestly, I've had this mat for a while. I have not, I don't even remember where I ordered it from. I think Waffle Flower has it, the same similar mat like this. I don't know. I don't remember if I ordered it from scrapbook.com or one of those. It's been a long time, but I use it for stuff like this because it really helps when you're using the distressed inks or any kind of ink blending. But like I said, if you want to use your regular inks, use your regular inks. All right, so I am going to be using this one first. This is the Speckled Egg, I believe. Yeah, Speckled Egg. I have a glitter all over this from when I glittered it. And so I am just going to start adding this. And I love how these blend together. And that's why I have been using this here, just playing with it here lately a lot. So we are going to just be adding little areas. I'm not going to use the mustard seed till the end, but I'm using the same one on both of these because they're both green. So I like to go off the paper a little bit. So I'm going to grab a piece of scrap here, and I just like to kind of dab it off so it doesn't leave any marks. It blends a lot better, but it blends with the speckled egg pretty well. So, and this is darker, but you can, this will wash off, this mat washes off real easy, so don't worry about getting it on there. But you can use it on your graph paper as well because, well, you can throw that right away. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more of the speckled egg here. You can use whatever greens you have, whatever you like together. I just like these colors together. I thought they were really pretty together. Just play with this because this is where you have your own creativity. All right, I'm going to close these two, and I'm going to grab mustard seed, and we are going to add. Be very careful with the yellows though, because I noticed they're really dark, so go really light with those. If you want to add a little bit, you can even do these in this background in reds, but I wanted the red to come out in the little berries and not be so strong on the page. So I think I'm going to put a little bit, see how the yellow can get really yellow really easily. So I'm going to add some more speckled egg, I think, over the top. It's just so pretty. Just make your own little background, whatever you like, the colors you like to use. I think that's good. I'm going to leave it like that. And I am going to just take some water, and I'm spritzing this with some water. I'm going to make the little spritzes a little bit bigger so you can see them. And then I'm just going to dab it with my paper towel so it picks up those colors in there. So can you see how it picked up the color? All right, so let's move this out of the way because we're going to stamp. And we are going to go ahead and stamp with Versamark. And we are going to stamp this little branch right here. And I'm going to go all the way around the edge with it. So I'm not going to stamp the whole thing. I'm stamping about 3/4 of it, the top part, because I am not going to stamp like the whole thing on there. And you're just going to have to kind of look. I know you won't be able to see what I'm stamping here. Oh, use your embossing buddy here. I'm not going to do it on that one now. It helps to keep the static down so that you don't have little embossing powders all over the place. So I'm just going to go at different heights, and I'm going to go all the way around. And I could see in my looking at it sideways where that I'm stamping. So, and again, like these are all going to look different every time you do it. So don't worry. I've done a couple of these already and they've all looked different. Like one more on the side here. Once I put the powder on, you're going to see where it is. So I'm going to use the basic white, our embossing powder, the white emboss. Watch your fingers that you don't get it in your, so I'm going to try to hold it where there's not a stamped part. And you're going to see some little lines where, I'll show you here in a minute, you're going to have to use like a little brush to take off the little edges because you don't want it to emboss. Let's see. Grab it here. But y'all, this white on this oxide looks so pretty. This white emboss. I got 2 spoons in here. I don't know how I did that. Probably missing one out of another one. And just go around and put enough on there to get all your little images here. And there you have it right there. Can you see that all? And I'm going to scoot this out of the way, and I'm going to do some refining here with a brush because I have some little spots here that we don't want to emboss. So I'm going to take those out. Sometimes I press down too hard and it catches the edges. Some of you probably know what I mean on that. Alright, I'm going to grab my little Swiffer and get all that stuff out of the way. This works so good, those little Swiffers. Alright, I am going to grab my heat tool and we're going to heat emboss this. Okay, so it is all heat embossed. Look how pretty it looks up against that distress ink. I don't even know if you can see the texture and stuff on that. Is so pretty. And if you have never heat embossed, do not hold your embossing heat tool on there too long because it can burn the paper. So just move along really fast as you're going. But this is something I learned a long time ago. It was one of the first things I learned how to do was to emboss. I probably told this story before, but my boss used to give us stuff on our birthday, and she bought me a stamp and an embossing tool. And when I got home, that was the end. That was it. I was just going to completely emboss everything. It was just crazy. But I know if you've done it, you probably know how I feel. All right, we are going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And I'm just going to grab a piece here. And we are going to stamp with Memento Black. This is a really pretty sentiment. May the season of sparkle bring joy and delight. It's really pretty. And I am going to go ahead, I'm going to run this through the cut and emboss, and I'll be right back with that. Okay, there's our sentiment. Y'all, the dies that come with this Brightest Glow are absolutely gorgeous. There are so many and they're beautiful. We're going to put this on here just like this. You can pop this up if you want. I'm just going to use wet glue and glue that down. You can use your stamp and seal. Let's see if my glue will come out here. There we go. I always forget to put the pin back in, so that's my own fault. Alright, so we're going to put that right in the center. And y'all, you can leave it just like this and it would be super pretty. But you know I'm going to have to add to it. So I am going to add these Pearlized Enamel Effects. And this is the real red. And we're just going to put, we're not doing every berry. We're just going to do some of these. Okay, so once you do this part, you don't want to touch it, but I'm going to get my Dazzling Diamonds out. Use any kind of iridescent glitter would work really good for this. So I'm going to add it while this is still wet. I always get stuff everywhere, y'all. I'm just going to add it on top of these. It adds so much to this card. Y'all, you just have to see it in person. It's really, really pretty. It's so festive. And every Christmas card, I don't know, needs glitter to me. It needs something. So there you have it. And that is our top folding. Let me grab my Swiffer thing again before I have this glitter everywhere. Okay, so here is the top folding one. I'm going to grab my piece right here. So you can see it's just a single layer card. You can do it either way, but you can see they both look a little bit different. They're really close, but they're so pretty. Just y'all give it a try. It's even if you just get a few Distress Oxides, try playing with it. It's so pretty, and I think you're going to really, really like it, especially that it's water resistant and you can pick up these little dots. They add so much and it just looks so wintry. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this card. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. There's my September host code. I'd appreciate if you use it when you place an order. And also, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day today, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.